Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's a lovely Monday afternoon here. I figured we're going to try something a little new today. We're going to show you what my 5 to 9 looks like after my 9 to 5. So, like I said, just got off work, pulling into the property here. Let's go open up our gate and see what we can get into this evening. Unfortunately, I don't have an automatic gate opener yet. You can see current driveway is pretty steep. Nope, not in drive. Current driveway is pretty steep. That's why over here, cutting in new grade for the driveway. Oh, and we spin going up this current driveway. Anyways, once I get that right side cut in to where it meshes with up here, then I'll start cutting the left side out. But anyways, it's about 5:30 now. We have got a half load of dirt to go deliver to someone. So we'll pull up here, check oil in the backhoe real quick, get it fired up, pre-trip dump truck, check it all out, and we'll go get us some dirt loaded up. So as you all know, this here is our sweetheart of I believe a 99 Fermec backhoe, 760 model. It is, I guess, the predecessor to a Terex backhoe and the predecessor of a Massey Ferguson backhoe. So anyways, pop the hood real quick, check oil. One thing I do need to do, well, first off, she needs a bath at some point. We'll get there. But she is still wearing her West Virginia State Road livery here, which the old State Road collars were mainly white with blue and yellow stripes. So a question for my viewers, should I just freshen up that paint scheme, try to go with a classic white and gray Terex look, or I've thought about spicing it up and kind of going with a more of a modern John Deere backhoe paint job where yellow body cab and then that dark gray hoe and loader and that kind of look. What do you guys think? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. What do you think would look good on this? Pop open the hood. Dipstick is nice and easy to get to right here. She's got oil right on the full mark, so we should be good to go. How about a 95-degree cold start here real quick today? She has just the faintest little bit of belt squeak. I need to tighten up the alternator belt a little, but otherwise she's just mint. We'll turn our attention here to the Pride and Joy of the channel now, our 2001 International 8100, powered by a M11 Cummins. So let me run around, do a pre-trip on her real quick. We'll check some fluids, then be ready to pop her off and get her building some air. We'll let him go and build up some air here, and we'll go take off in the backhoe and get down to our load site. Oh, we made it into the backhoe here. Sometime soon, I'm gonna have to do a full tour of this property. It's 20 acres that I just recently acquired. Plans are, well, A, house excavation equipment for now, and build a shop here, and then eventually someday build us a house here. But the first real task on the docket is, like I said, getting this driveway taken care of. Okay, let me drop down and gear up the backhoe. So anyways, you can see where I've been digging on this side of the driveway. You might be able to see better whenever we turn it around here, but that is like a 5-foot drop off ledge right there, so the hose sitting 5 foot higher than that is over here right now. Like I said, I'm going to carry that whole grade up over here once I get it passable on the one side. So we'll get turned around here. Maybe this shows a little bit better what we're dealing with, how much lower we're actually sitting, how much easier of a grade this is we're putting in. So I've just been slowly cutting out with the hoe, then turn around, pick it up with the loader, load the dump truck. You'll see kind of the process I've been working on. The person I'm delivering to today only wants a half load of dirt, so it'll only be a couple scoops out of us for today. But yeah, I'll park this here for a second. Oh, put her in neutral, and then hike back up and grab our dump truck, and we'll get to loading. Here, before I go and grab the dump truck, I'll kind of show you. You can see how nice, easy, mellow of a grade this is, whereas this over here, it is abrupt and runs quite steep real fast. I'll have to move our telephone pole out temporarily. It's not hooked up to power at the moment anyways. But I think long term this will be a much better solution, and it will enable us to get us a full-size semi up here on the property instead of, so there's our 2-lane state road right there, and like I said, it is just steep right off the bat, so we are less than half the grade going out this way. So a quick overview of my property. There's an overgrown road that goes up that way on the front of the property. I need to get the brush cleared there and take care of that sometime. Then I've got another road here that runs all the way out to the top of the hill, then straight back to this property. I own from the state road straight back about 3/8 of a mile. It's like 1,870 feet. And then I've got this road here that goes up to my main clearing here, where I'm storing equipment and going to build a shop eventually. But maybe tomorrow or Wednesday's task, I need to do some mowing around here. It's been a little over a month since I mowed, so time to spruce it up some. Next week I should have my excavator mower back, so I'm gonna come through and mow all this bank here and all that, clean up my road sides, and this place will be looking spick and span. I am thinking about making some sort of lifting device for my Japanese mini truck, so I can just pick it up and carry it with the backhoe, so that I don't have to make the hike all over the place from one end of the property to the other every time I drop off the backhoe, then got to go grab the dump truck. I know that's probably just making me sound fat, but it's hot. It's like 95 degrees and I'm sweating already. Anyways, this here's our clearing. It doesn't show up well on camera, but this is about a 2-acre flat. You can come in with a pickup and a full-size gooseneck, or the pickup and the dump truck turn around just fine. It goes back that way quite a ways. It goes over this way a ways. I need to get mowed, get this brush pile burned. Definitely quite the to-do list. But there's our little K truck hanging out over here. Like I said, I'd love to be able to just pick him up with the backhoe and carry him to wherever I'm working, then be able to drive it around. Alright, let's make the truck back down the driveway here. We need to do some grading to get this smoothed out at some point, but at least it's passable and has a little bit of gravel on it. We're really kind of holding off until we get this cut in before I put a lot of money in getting the gravel straightened out, so we'll get there and we'll get there. But you can see how much lower the hoe's sitting than us right now. But luckily down by the main 2-lane here is a semi-flat spot that I can park the truck and load with the backhoe. Go ahead and pick out the organic matter out of this real quick. Just a couple little roots and whatnot.
So this person only wanted like 2 or 3 tons, like 2 tons, so we'll just give them 2 scoops here and move on with our day. We are starting to dig into a little bit of virgin ground here, so it's good and hard and dry. We'll try to fill up the left side of our bucket a little more here, and then move on with our day. There we go. That got us a good bite. The foot brakes in this thing are a little noisy, not the greatest. I'm wondering if maybe it's time for some new brake shoes or something, I don't know. The parking brake seems to work fine. And luckily the air conditioning works pretty good, so we can deal with some other minor inconveniences. It is dry and has not rained here in a while, so it is dusty. But there we got the truck loaded. Let's go put the hoe away and go run down the road in the dump truck. Made it back to our parking spot. We'll get this shut down for the night. And let's go do some trucking now. Like I said, maybe we'll do a video later this week of mowing and getting this place all cleaned up. Unfortunately, the tractor has a flat tire from mowing a different property this past weekend, so I got to get that arranged. It's got a tube in it, so it won't be as simple as just putting a plug in it. Gonna have to unmount it, either patch the tube or put a new tube in it and go from there. So I can at least get all the short grass taken care of with the 0 turn, but got to do a little work on the tractor to get the brush hog up and running. But try to brush hog this whole hillside, what I can over the bank. The AC's blowing good and cold in here. Like I said, they only wanted a couple tons of dirt, so it's like not even a quarter load in the truck. But they're about 20 minutes away, so let's go get it to them. Waiting on a semi to go by. He is just creeping along. Old JB Hunt here. Alright, run through the gears. Videos regularly. If you didn't catch this past weekend, I got a pretty cool video put out on rescuing an old 510B John Deere backhoe. I got some footage of going to pick it up and checking it out once we got home, and then video taking it to its new owner. A little bit of drama happened on the drive to its new owner, but we made out okay.
But man, I've been insanely busy at my real day job that it has been hard to put together content for you guys for everything I do on the side. So I'm going to try to be a little bit better with it towards the end of summer here. We made it through all the traffic in town. Now we're headed back out the other side. We've got 3 or 4 miles up through here before our turnoff. It is a beautiful late summer day. Find a gear there eventually. Unfortunately, this truck does not have a true Jake brake. It's just got an exhaust valve flapper, exhaust brake on it. It does the job okay, but it would be pretty cool sometime to eventually put a real Jake brake on this thing. She sounds pretty mean otherwise. In this truck, we're rocking a 400 horsepower M11 Cummins backed by a Eaton 9-speed. Not super sure. I think the rear end gear we're running in this truck's like about a 390. This 9-speed's an overdrive on 11R 22.5 rubber at 70 mile an hour. I'm turning like 1600 RPM. So she's definitely geared to run down the highway. She still has pretty good low end grunt though. Would like someday maybe to upgrade this thing to a 13 speed or something. That way I can split the top gears because she gets a little long-legged in some of the gears. So you're kind of redlining it, trying to get to the next gear without bogging out. But she's a pretty good truck. She served me well. Need to pay attention. We're looking for the first house on the right out this road. I mean, all we passed so far is a hayfield, so I reckon it shouldn't be too hard to find the first house on the right. It is nice out here. I'm not originally from this area. I moved down here for my day job, so every one of these dump trucking adventures I go on, I get to learn a little bit and explore some more of my new place I call home down here. They got a nice little garage over here. Maybe that's I'm not sure if that's a compressor station or what. We'll get pulled over here and check it out. Alright, not too bad. We just gotta come back down this little gravel road here and dump off by his garden. Should be pretty easy. Famous last words as we get stuck. if I can find a gear here. Let's hit the road. I'll tell you what, those are the jobs I like. Very nice fella to deal with, easy to get in and out, and we'll be home in time to make some dinner. We'll roll with the windows down here for a minute for old time's sakes, let you all hear and listen to that old straight pipe M11. Next stop, gotta run by my house real quick. We had a windstorm come by last week, knocked a bunch of limbs down, so we'll toss those in the bed of the truck and add them to our burn pile. I lied for funsies. Let's go through the gears here one more time with the windows down. Alright folks, we made it to my humble little home here. I had a couple pretty good sized branches like this fall in this last windstorm. So I'll go around, pick those up, toss them in the truck bed, take them over to my burn pile. But before that activity, I need to get the grill started so I can cook some yummy dinner. Shout out to the father-in-law for this awesome early wedding present. Got us a large, big green egg to cook us some dinner on. I'll tell you what, if you guys have never cooked us one of these, you are missing out. They make the best steaks, juicy chicken, juicy burgers, and they can smoke a pork butt. I tell you what, some dang good eating comes off the big green egg here. So, all natural hardwood charcoal in it, no nasty chemicals. Just toss a tumbleweed in the bottom, light her up, and we'll let her heat up for a while we toss some sticks in the truck. They may look small on the ground, but I promise they are actually pretty big sized sticks here. Hopefully it'll fit without too much mess. Here's number 2. Last but not least, we got this behemoth. I think this might count as 2. I'll snap in so we can get into the truck okay. I know what you're saying, just use a chainsaw, but my little chainsaw is in my white truck at the other property. Should be good to go. Run this over to the property and dump it, but real quick, let me show you our mowing tractor's flat tire here real quick so that y'all don't think I'm bluffing you. Yep. Came out yesterday evening to drive home and found her flat. So that tire already has a tube in it, so I guess we'll have to figure out what to do with it. But that is probably tomorrow night's project. Alright. Luckily my other property is only about 4 minutes away. It's like maybe a mile. But I'm not going to show you guys from here to there because I don't want any creeps finding me, so we'll catch you back up as we're pulling in the driveway. Crossways, midways there, so people can't see my various junk collection there. Most of it not even mine, I'm storing for other people, but I think it makes it look a little neater. But this flat actually goes a couple hundred feet past the backhoe. It just shows up on camera kind of weird, but it's out of there at least. We'll park the dump truck and call it a night on this one. All right, y'all, we'll call that a wrap for tonight. It's sun's already starting to set behind us. It's about 8 o'clock now. I am filthy, hot, sweaty, but we got to play with equipment. Got delivered, money made. Let's just rally up, go home, make dinner for my beautiful fiance. She got home from work, did grocery shopping, then went straight to her class at the gym, so that's why it's my turn to cook dinner tonight, because she is also a very busy person. So let's get out of here, lock the gate, make a yummy dinner. We'll roll down the driveway for the 11,000th time tonight. Lock the gate behind us so that no vagrants try to move in on us in the middle of the night. One thing I definitely cannot wait for, someday in the future, when this driveway's done and I put new gates in, by golly, I'm gonna put some electric gates in so that I don't have to hop out of the truck and do this every time. Get some electric or solar powered gates with a remote, man, that would be living the dream. So if you guys haven't noticed, I tend to do all of my work, filming, editing, all by myself here. So I don't have a gate buddy to hop out and grab the gate for me every time. It's me, myself, and I. That's fine for now. Definitely the economical method at the moment, but someday, can't wait for that sweet luxury.